Go back right before this. Go back.
Hello there, fellow Marvel fans. Welcome again to our channel, in which we explore the fascinating worlds of heroes and aliens. Today we set off on an astonishing trip, delving into the unsolved anatomy of one of Marvel Universe's most interesting extraterrestrial species, the Skrulls. Skrulls have captivated our imagination for decades, thanks to their shape-shifting powers and essential role in the Marvel narratives. But have you ever considered how these shapeshifters function? What distinguishes them from everyone else? Join us as we investigate the Skrull physiology, including their cellular structure, morphing powers, and genetic composition. We will look at their shapeshifting procedures, how they adapt to varied situations, and how their exceptional skills affect their social dynamics. Prepare for a mind-bending experience as we unveil the secrets of Skrull's anatomy, leading you on an enthralling trip through biology and comic books. So, fellow Marvel lovers, brace up, because you will not want to miss this enlightening look into the fascinating Skrulls. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who are Skrulls and what do they look like? The Celestials are enigmatic godlike species that roam across the vast landscape of the Marvel comic world. These powerful beings once graced the planet Skrullos with their presence, forever altering the course of its inhabitants' evolution. From this celestial experiment, a great race emerged, the Skrulls. The Skrulls are a highly evolved reptilian humanoid species that hails from the destroyed world of Skrullos. They have a remarkable mix of reptile and mammalian characteristics, resulting in a totally unusual physiology. Interestingly, the physical disparities between male and female Skrulls mirror those found in humans, encompassing differences in stature and biology. Female Skrulls possessed mammary glands, employing them to nurture their offspring, an intriguing connection to the mammalian traits interwoven within their reptilian heritage. However, their most captivating attribute lies in their ability to shapeshift seamlessly, granting them the power to assume the form of any life form or object. With this astonishing talent, the Skrulls infiltrate unsuspecting planets, effortlessly blending in with the local populace. Within the Skrull race, three distinct species exist. The Prime, the original Skrulls, fell victim to extinction after a brutal war with the Deviants. The Deviant Skrulls, the most recognizable of their kind, boast distinguishing characteristics such as pointed ears, vibrant green skin, and of course, their unparalleled shape-shifting prowess. The baseline Skrulls were the ones capable of evolution into higher life forms.
You leaving so soon? We're just getting to know each other.
How do they recognize each other? On the mysterious Skrull homeworld, a multitude of intriguing methods exist for the identification of their kin. Among these extraordinary means lie a fascinating reliance on scent, for each Skrull possesses a distinct olfactory signature exclusive to their individuality. Through this complex olfactory language, Skrulls can discern the familiar smell of their brethren, fostering a sense of connection and unity within their vast population. However, their capacity for recognition extends beyond the realm of scent alone. Skrulls boast an exceptionally refined sense of hearing, granting them the ability to distinguish and identify one another through the subtle nuances of their voices and various vocalizations. The tonal variations and lilts within their speech patterns serve as sonic fingerprints, enabling Skrulls to identify their compatriots with ease amidst the clamor of their bustling society. Moreover, the multifaceted nature of Skrull recognition encompasses a comprehensive approach. Beyond scent, voice, and body adornments, Skrulls employ a myriad of cues encompassing clothing choices, distinctive interpersonal dynamics, and the unique responsibilities of their respective occupations. Yet another captivating aspect of Skrull identification lies within a complex tapestry of tattoos and markings adorning their bodies. These detailed designs intricately reflect a Skrull's lineage, occupation, and other vital facets of their individual and communal identity. Emblazoned upon their skin, these symbolic imprints serve as a visual language, allowing Skrulls to recognize and relate to one another through the shared motifs and narratives embedded within their elaborate body art. These intricacies interweave, creating a tapestry of familiarity that facilitates the seamless identification of fellow Skrulls within their vibrant society. Skrulls may possess additional, unfathomable means of identifying one another as residents of a distant world with senses far beyond human comprehension. Their alien minds could hold mysteries yet to be unveiled, forging bonds and connections that transcend the limits of our human understanding.
You gotta tell me.
It was fine.
How can Skrulls shapeshift? In the vast expanses of their comic book origins, Skrulls possess a mesmerizing ability to mold their bodies into virtually anything that they can envision, be it organic or inorganic. Their shape-shifting capabilities are awe-inspiring, enabling them to assume solid forms of diverse shapes and sizes. Skrulls can even manifest additional limbs, granting them enhanced versatility and adaptability. Another intriguing facet of their transformative prowess is their capacity to change genders. Skrulls possess the remarkable capability to shift their physical identity, allowing them to embody different genders with fluid ease. This attribute speaks of the complexity and layered nature of their shape-shifting abilities. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Skrulls are depicted as adept impersonators, able to assume the appearance of other individuals upon visual observation. However, should a Skrull perish while adopting a particular guise, they revert to their original form, shedding the illusion they once wore. The mechanics behind Skrull shapeshifting are deeply ingrained within them from birth. Regular Skrulls share a common affinity for this extraordinary ability, which is an inherent aspect of their species. However, their shapeshifting capabilities extend beyond mere mimicry. Deviant Skrulls possess an even more intricate and potent form of transformation in the comics. They can manipulate their bodies in remarkable ways, altering their size, growing new limbs, and even replicating sounds and voices with uncanny accuracy. Their biology permits them to become virtually anything their imaginations can conjure, as long as the forms they assume possess solidity, be it organic or inorganic. Skrulls seamlessly shapeshift into the appearances of individuals they encounter, utilizing their transformative powers as a means of disguise along their journeys. Furthermore, in the heat of battle, Skrulls can manipulate their bodies to gain an advantage, adapting their physical forms for combat purposes. Nothing eludes the reach of these extraterrestrial beings who harness their shape-shifting capabilities to enhance their combat prowess. Whether they can transform their limbs into weapons, as seen in the comic iterations of the species, remains to be seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's coursing through her veins.
Can Skrulls copy powers? The Skrulls consistently stood apart for their distinct characteristics. One of these, as we already know, is their ability to mimic the overall appearance of other people, which makes them extremely hazardous. However, the question remains, can Skrulls copy a person's powers as well? The extent of a Skrull's ability to mimic powers is not absolute or universal. Skrulls cannot simply mimic a person's skills if the person being impersonated possesses remarkable abilities. However, there have been occasions in both comic books and the Marvel Cinematic Universe when Skrulls have exhibited the capacity to reproduce abilities under particular conditions. In essence, Skrulls cannot copy powers in a conventional sense. Instead, their ability to mimic powers is dependent upon the appearance of the individual they are imitating. By mimicking the DNA of the person they transform into, Skrulls can approximate specific powers associated with the individual. However, it is essential to note that Skrulls cannot instantaneously mimic someone's DNA by mere visual observation. While Skrulls possess impressive shape-shifting abilities, their power replication is intricately tied to the physical aspect of their transformation. By imitating the DNA of their chosen form, they can partially mirror the physical powers associated with that individual. However, this method demands more than just a visual examination. It necessitates a direct link to the biological material for more accurate reproduction. It is critical to remember that Skrull power impersonation is not a natural or innate skill. Instead, it hinges upon specific circumstances and the acquisition of the necessary genetic information. Skrulls must undergo deliberate efforts to obtain the DNA required to replicate powers accurately. We have seen a race of Skrulls referred to as Super Skrulls, who possess remarkable superhuman powers within the vast patchwork of Marvel's comic book reality. These amazing individuals have undergone molecular genetic upgrades, allowing them to transcend the confines of their clan. It is through these modifications that certain Super Skrulls have been bestowed with replicas of renowned superheroes' powers, providing an explanation for their ability to imitate these extraordinary individuals. However, the process of a Super Skrull acquiring and replicating another person's powers takes time and effort. In most cases, the acquisition of such powers by Super Skrulls is facilitated through advanced technology. By utilizing technological marvels, these especially engineered Skrulls can mimic the forces associated with specific individuals. Yet, there are instances where the transformation into a Super Skrull requires more than technological aid. Some Super Skrulls undergo genetic modifications to attune their biology to the powers they seek to copy. These enhancements involve intricate procedures and modifications to enable the Super Skrull to obtain and harness the desired powers effectively. It is essential to note that the replication of powers by Super Skrulls does not occur simply by adopting the appearance or identity of the individual in question. Their ability to copy powers is a result of their unique genetic makeup and the technological or genetic interventions they have undergone. Skrulls, both ordinary and superpowered, lack the capacity to reproduce abilities in all other circumstances. As a result, it is logical to presume that this restriction would also apply to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As of now, the MCU did not provide Skrulls with the capacity to mimic the abilities of Earth's most prominent superheroes.
Yeah.
What's a cat?
What about a filing cabinet?
Why would I turn into a filing cabinet?
Venus flytrap.
Is there any Skrull that can't shapeshift? Portrayed by the captivating prowess by Ben Mendelsohn in the film Captain Marvel, the character General Talos boasts about his remarkable aptitude and honed skills in shapeshifting. However, in the original comic book incarnation of Talos, known as Talos the Untamed, there exists a notable distinction. Unlike the majority of Skrulls, Talos is burdened with a rare genetic anomaly that renders him unable to shapeshift. This unique mutation sets Talos apart from his shapeshifting brethren. While he lacks the ability to assume different forms, Talos compensates with exceptional physical attributes such as above-average strength and endurance. These heightened capabilities manifest as a common side effect among Skrulls afflicted by this particular genetic defect. It is intriguing to observe the divergent portrayals of Talos in different mediums. While the cinematic rendition emphasizes his extraordinary shape-shifting talents, the comic book iteration embraces his distinctiveness as a Skrull unable to undergo such transformations. Despite this disparity, both iterations of Talos captivate audiences with their individual traits and contributions to the rich tapestry of the Skrull mythology. Can Skrulls reproduce? The act of procreation takes on an unusual and intriguing form within the strange domain of the Skrulls. Skrull females, like their reptile forebears, do not give rise to living babies. Instead, they lay eggs, a unique trait that sets them apart. These eggs serve as the vessel for the development and growth of Skrull offspring, which are also referred to as hatchlings. Remarkably, Despite their reptilian origins, these young Skrulls exhibit a fascinating characteristic during their early stages of life. Much like mammals, they possess the ability to suckle, deriving sustenance from their caretakers. This intriguing blend of reptilian heritage and mammalian nurturing is a testament to the diverse nature of the Skrull species. As we already know, the Skrulls possess a truly fascinating ability to shapeshift, which allows them to replicate the appearance of other beings down to the intricate level of their DNA. While the full implications of this extraordinary power are mostly explored within the comic book narratives, it presents some intriguing possibilities. The Skrulls' shape-shifting talents go beyond simply physical alteration in their realm. They are capable of reproducing with a variety of species, and their sexual orientation's flexibility is strongly related to their capacity to transform their physical forms. The Skrulls exhibit a remarkable capacity for hybrid reproduction, capable of interbreeding with both humans and Kree, two prominent races in the Marvel Universe. This ability for cross-species reproduction expands the already vast scope of possibilities within the Skrull lineage. This means that a male Skrull, through shapeshifting, can assume the guise of a human woman, and, astonishingly, even become pregnant and give birth while maintaining their male biological identity as a Skrull. This remarkable aspect of their biology promotes a sense of gender and sexual fluidity among the Skrull race. Furthermore, this unique ability raises the question of whether a Skrull's replication is so precise that any offspring conceived during such an impersonation would lack Skrull genetics entirely. However, the intricacies and specific mechanics of this process are not entirely clear and may vary depending on the circumstances. Can Skrulls copy memories? The remarkable ability of Skrulls to replicate the appearance of others grants them a formidable advantage in blending seamlessly into different environments. Their proficiency in infiltration is primarily due to their near-perfect mimicry of a person's external characteristics. The degree to which Skrulls have access to and copy a person's memories, on the other hand, is a more delicate affair. Skrulls have the ability to duplicate an individual's most recent memories in the Marvel world, both in the comic books and in the Marvel cinematic world. However, memory acquisition is not complete for Skrulls minus the use of a specific technology known as the Mind Probe. Through this method, Skrulls are able to extract memories from a person by means of physical contact. It is important to note that the specific time frame within which Skrulls can replicate memories is not explicitly defined. Consequently, Skrull operatives engaged in more intricate and targeted endeavors, such as those involving espionage or acts of terrorism, often rely on the use of a mind probe to access a broader range of memories. This grants them a more comprehensive understanding of their target's experiences. The limitations and intricacies of Skrulls' memory replication abilities present a captivating facet of their shape-shifting capabilities. Their reliance on a mind probe to delve deeper into an individual's past underscores the complexity of memory acquisition for these shape-shifting beings. Do they have mutant abilities? Skrull mutants emerge as a unique consequence of an unintentional government experiment involving a fertility-enhancing program. This initiative leads to a higher occurrence of mutant births among the Skrull population. Despite the Skrull's inherent shape-shifting abilities, these mutants, officially designated as K-class deviant Skrulls, become perceived as a threat to the concept of racial purity. They possess additional skills and sometimes exhibit distinct physical features, becoming subjected to the same prejudice endured by mutant groups in human society. Within the Skrull culture, known for its inherent cruelty, the existence of mutants amplifies the extreme situations they face. This society tolerates no perceived weaknesses, and prioritizes the exploitation of intrinsic power above all else. Consequently, Skrull mutants endure further marginalization and are relentlessly hunted down. Seeking refuge from their own kind's disdain, a group of these Skrull mutants turns to Professor Charles Xavier for assistance. Under his guidance, they form a collective known as Cadre K, composed of individuals such as Fizz, Goroth, Neuro, Rete, Spongy, and Zekan, and this alliance endeavors to find solace and support on Earth. Following Xavier's demise, this group, now known as Cadre X, opts to remain on Earth, seeking a peaceful existence away from the persecution they faced within their own society. Establishing a ranch in South Dakota, Cadre X dedicates themselves to the care of Skrull cows owned by Reed Richards. Despite their troubled past, they harbor no hatred towards Earth's heroes or humanity. In fact, they actively assist in combating the forces of villains, displaying their willingness to contribute to the greater good. What is the lifespan of Skrulls? What is the age of some Skrull in Secret Invasion? Within the expansive Marvel Comics universe, the Skrulls possess an extraordinary longevity, surpassing the span of 2 centuries. Their unique physiology grants them boundless elasticity and malleability, ensuring that their faces exhibit no discernible signs of aging over extended periods of time. The Skrulls' remarkable ability to alter the size and proportions of their bodies further complicates any attempts to determine their age through visual cues alone. Even in their natural forms, it remains a rarity to encounter aged Skrull characters on the pages of Marvel Comics. The Skrulls' extensive lifespan serves as a crucial factor in the enduring strength and authority of the Skrull Empire throughout history. With countless years at their disposal, they have cultivated their power and effectively maintained their position over extended periods. It is reasonable to assume that the Skrulls portrayed within the Marvel Cinematic Universe share a comparable lifespan to their counterparts in the Marvel Comics realm. Marvel's Secret Invasion delves into the intricate web of Skrull characters, offering a captivating narrative with various personalities at its core. Among them is the enigmatic Talos. Talos first graced the screen in Captain Marvel, set in the year 1995, and has since made appearances in Spider-Man, Far From Home, and Secret Invasion. In the context of the story, Talos has an estimated age of approximately 136 years, a detail confirmed by none other than Nick Fury himself. Another significant Skrull figure is Soren, portrayed by the talented Sharon Blynn. Tragically, Soren's fate is shrouded in mystery, as her passing occurred off-screen somewhere between the events of Far From Home and Secret Invasion. Assuming a similar age to Talos at the time of her demise, Soren's approximate age would be around 130 years. Given the prominent leadership roles Talos and Soren held among their people, it is not surprising for them to be relatively advanced in Skrull years. Emilia Clarke's character, Guy, enters the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a child during the events of Captain Marvel. Given the timeline, Guy would be roughly 85 years old within the context of the Secret Invasion storyline. Guy's childhood introduction to Captain Marvel aligns her young age with the Secret Invasion storyline. Similarly, Kingsley Ben Adi brings the formidable Gravik to life, who appears to emerge as a significant antagonist in Secret Invasion. With respect to Skrull's generations, it is reasonable to infer that Gravik is at least 1 generation younger than Talos, aligning with his opposition to the revolution infiltrating Earth. Furthermore, the intricate dynamics of the Skrull Revolution and Talos' personal beliefs lend credence to Gravik belonging to a younger generation. Consequently, Gravik's approximate age stands at around 85 years. Beto is a newcomer in the Skrull ranks, portrayed by the talented Samuel Adewunmi. Both Guy and Gravik treat Beto as a member of a younger generation, suggesting that his approximate age would be around 70 years. Are they immortal? Similar to numerous entities within the expansive Marvel universe, Skrulls possess their own set of vulnerabilities. A significant weakness that Skrulls have is their heightened sensitivity to high-pitched sounds. In some instances depicted in the comics, exposure to loud, high decibel frequencies has proven detrimental to Skrulls, even resulting in the loss of their powers. This susceptibility to sonic assaults renders them vulnerable in such encounters. Skrulls are also known to be vulnerable to certain diseases. The Legacy virus, a lethal sickness that ravaged mutants, also afflicted Skrulls during their takeover of Earth. This vulnerability to the virus highlights that despite their formidable capabilities, Skrulls are not immune to external threats that can debilitate them. A famous tale of eternity and immortality told among the Skrulls is that of Clyburn. In the ancient annals of Skrull history, a legendary figure named Clyburn emerges amidst the tumultuous conflicts that engulfed the cosmos. Once an eternal Skrull, Clyburn stood as the sole survivor amidst the devastation caused by a war initiated by the deviant Skrulls under the leadership of the fearsome warrior Princess Silgurt. Amidst the chaos, Clyburn managed to negotiate his survival, persuading Silgurt and her warriors to spare his life. This fateful encounter would forge an extraordinary bond between the two. Joined in marriage, they ascend to the realm of godhood, becoming symbols of the Skrull race's true potential. Clyburn, hailed as the embodiment of the Skrull's essence, manifested unrivaled powers that encompassed the extraordinary abilities of his kind, as well as elements inherited from Earth and the Eternals. Endowed with immortality, Clyburn possessed superhuman strength and resilience. Harnessing the might of his gaze, Clyburn unleashed potent energy blasts, surpassing even the formidable capabilities of Earth's own eternal Ajax. His exploits became the stuff of legends, and he clashed with the divine forces sent forth by Athena herself, engaging in a fierce battle that claimed the life of Ajax and brought him face to face with Hercules in a titanic confrontation. Even when impaled by an ancient bone belonging to an elder god, Clyburn defied all odds, proving his indomitable spirit as one of the few surviving Skrulls. His resilience and unwavering determination cemented his place in Skrull's history as a figure of enduring strength and continued survival. Conclusion. Ultimately, the Skrulls have a fascinating and versatile anatomy that distinguishes them in the Marvel Universe. Their capability to shapeshift, copying not only looks but even some superpowers, provides them with unrivaled adaptability and allows them to infiltrate and deceive. While their abilities have limits, such as their inability to duplicate skills or thoughts and their susceptibility to high-pitched noises, the Skrulls are a dangerous force. Their unique reproductive capabilities, long lifespans, and complicated history add to the complexity of their physiology. Understanding the complexities of Skrull anatomy gives an intriguing peek into the vast range of species in the Marvel Universe. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.